Alright, so today's video is about Lil Wayne, who in my opinion is this generation's biggest influence, alongside Chief Keef, and I'll be looking at his legendary series, The Carter. Since The Carter 6 is coming out hopefully shortly after The Fix before the 6th, I'll be looking at my favorite Carters from the series, and I'll be ranking them from worst to best. And I'll try to predict where The Carter 6 might end up on this list. So let's get it. Number 5 is most definitely the first Carter, in my opinion. You know, I don't know, I just catch myself getting bored at certain points in this album, and the production is just way too repetitive for my liking. There are some positives, I guess. I mean, this was Lil Wayne's first album where he stopped writing and he freestyled most of his recordings, but it's clear that he only got better and improved throughout the Carter series. But the single Go DJ, of course, is a classic by Mannie Fresh and Lil Wayne. But other than that, nothing really stands out in this album, in my opinion. The production is just too repetitive. You know, Mannie Fresh, he's a good producer, in my opinion. Of course, he's a legend, but I'm not really a big fan of his work. But yeah, my favorite tracks, or the tracks that I can deal with on this album, are BMJR, Snitch, and Walk In. Number 5, The Carter 5. Honestly, when The Carter 5 was set to release, I had low expectations because of everything that happened in between the release, and Wayne's health during the time especially, because he was coming off a couple of seizures and we weren't sure about his health. But I also felt like the best of Wayne was in the past, but luckily I was wrong. You know, The Carter 5, it's a good listen, and I feel like this is his most mature and vulnerable album from the series, with tracks like Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar, who we need another collab from. Hopefully we get that on The Carter 6. And also his track with his daughter, which was refreshing to hear on a rap project. The only issue I have with this album is the amount of tracks. If this album was cut shorter, maybe it would have been higher on my list. But my favorite tracks on this album, my 3 favorite songs on the album, are Took His Time, Mona Lisa, and Let It Fly with Travis Scott. Number 3 is The Carter 3. I won't say that this project is overrated, but I never understood the hype around it. Of course, this album is good, but it's not better than the 2 albums remaining in my list, in my opinion. The Carter 3 had Lil Wayne's biggest hits, and this was prime Wayne. But am I the only one who never liked Lollipop? I guess the hook is catchy, but the rest of the hook and beat, it just hasn't aged well at all. But I will never deny the impact and influence of the song. I just prefer The Millie, in my opinion. That song is way better. And I guarantee you, if that song comes on, I'll know every line from that song. You just had to know the lyrics, especially when you're growing up. You know, Tie My Hands is also a very underrated Wayne track, and Robin Thicke feature. That song just gives me goosebumps every time I play it. But overall, it's a good album, it's a good listen with some of Wayne's best work. My 3 favorite songs from that album are You Ain't Got Nothing with Fab and Joel Santana, Let the Beat Build, and of course, A Millie, which still rings off at any time. This one was tough, but my final conclusion was to go with The Carter 2 at number 2. This is when Wayne was letting everyone in the game know that he was up next, and he just stepped up his game lyrically and was able to just do anything and just turn it to fire. You know, he produced like classic hit songs like Fireman and a classic Wayne record like Hustler Music. The production on The Carter 2 is miles ahead of the first one. The intro is fire, and tracks from 1 to 8 are just impeccable and non-skips. And Wayne was showcasing his versatility throughout the whole album. I know I said The Carter 5 went on for too long, but in my opinion, The Carter 2 didn't have much filler, unlike 5. But overall, The Carter 2 is a classic, and it's Wayne at his best. My 3 favorite songs from this album are Fireman, Hustle Music, and The Mob. And the underdog choice at number 1, but this is my opinion, and it's The Carter 4. Not only is this an underappreciated Lil Wayne album, but this album is nostalgic for me, with songs like 6'7", She Will with a hungry and young Drake on the hook, How to Love John, and many more. I don't understand how this isn't over The Carter 3 in y'all opinion. Maybe I'm just basing this off of me listening to this phase of Wayne and Young Money when I was starting high school, and you just couldn't escape that run. But I can listen to this album straight, and it just brings me back to where I was at that time. You know, and also I feel like this is the last of prime Wayne too, but maybe The Carter 6 can match that level based on his run of recent amazing features. But yeah, overall, I just love this project, and it just produced a lot of my favorite Lil Wayne songs. My 3 favorite tracks, which changes every day, but they're She Will, John, and How to Love. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be many more videos coming soon. You know, I'm trying to do at least 2 videos a week. But yeah, give me some suggestions, or you know, if any feedback or any type of videos you guys like to see in the future. Thanks for the support, guys. Peace.